This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of February 20th, 2023. How'd you do with the dreaminess last week? Anything magical happened to you? Extra special romantic? Highly creative? What about a reality check? Did you get one of those? Did you commit to anything? Bring form to any of those marvelous, delicious, amorphous energies that were flying around? Well, don't worry. They're not done with us yet. Last week's Venus-Neptune conjunction and Sun-Saturn conjunction flow right into this week's Pisces new moon, which takes place really late Sunday night in the U.S. Pacific time zone, and otherwise pretty much everywhere else on the 20th. This is one weird and wonderful new moon, even though it is in Pisces, which is gentle, dreamy, reminding us of how we're connected to everything. It's not out to lunch. It's not flaky. Saturn, the planet of adulting, is part of the action in an out-of-sign conjunction with the sun and the moon, the new moon. This is one of the last big acts of Saturn before he clears out of the sign of Aquarius for the next 30 years or so. This is big. It's wrapping up the limitations and the demands that we've been living under in the past 3 years while Saturn has been traveling through Aquarius. And it is setting the stage for the next, you got it, 30 years, because Saturn is moving into Pisces, the sign of the new moon, next month. Meanwhile, Venus and Neptune are still very close. They're in the sign of the new moon, continuing to infuse life in all of our fresh starts and new seeds and new beginnings and intention lists with the gentle magic of those two planets. But there's more of a power to it now than when the two planets actually conjoined, because Venus is in the very last minutes, not just degree, minutes of the sign of Pisces, absolutely at the height of her most beautiful, loving, all-connecting mode, and just about to burst into fiery, impulsive, go-get-'em Aries. She actually moves into that sign right after the new moon, and she'll stay there until the middle of March. And what does this mean for you? Well, since she is the social director of the skies, all of our interactions are about to move into highly, highly energetic, enthusiastic, impulsive, not particularly sweet and nice anymore, not worrying about, oh, did I hurt someone's feelings, but driving that bulldozer no matter who's in the way. Everyone is about to get really, really feisty, and that includes you. Right after Venus makes this switch into Huntress mode, lightning flashes, minds open up, information startles us, shocks us, and boy, this should sound like something Uranian and Mercurial if you've been paying attention. And in fact, Mercury in Aquarius makes a square or a challenge to Uranus and Taurus, and information or thoughts or words coming out of our mouth tilt, and something important tilts, and it involves Venus's turf, because Uranus is in Taurus, which Venus rules. All of which is to say, people will be dashing ahead in their own little superhero mode, not thinking about other people, and something is going to stop us all in our tracks momentarily and tilt our perspective, shock us, startle us, give us another way of looking at things. And boy, are we going to talk about it as a result. Mercury is in a trine to Mars the next day, the 22nd. We are taking that startling information, the new way of looking at things, and translating it into action. This is walking your talk, talking very forcefully, making a case that pushes something forward. and the noise level is going to go up, 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 up. You may think back longingly on the gentleness of the Venus-Neptune conjunction and even on the stabilizing nature of the Sun-Saturn reality check that came with it, because this week is hectic, hectic, hectic. No lying around. Good luck finding time to binge watch. It's going to be scarce. Consider it a warm-up. Consider it training for March and its amazingly wackadoodle energies. Homing thought of the week: take a chance. Song of the week, reaching really back again with this one, the theme song from the greatest American hero, Believe It or Not. And the image of the week, also going back way in time, Diana Prince spinning and spinning and turning into Wonder Woman. You'll find more about this in my forecast for the Pisces new moon, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I'm up for an award in a competition sponsored by Times, and if you're inclined to cast a vote for me, which you can do once a day if you're that kind of fanatic, at omis.com, the link is below. I host the show Celestial Compass on Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern, and this week I am talking about the interplay between the tarot and astrology with an absolutely delightful tarot scholar and reader, Leticia Barbier, whose Instagram account is one to follow for the images. I host lively conversation on Facebook at the page Empowerment Unlimited and in the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.